You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger.
Well, hello. Here I am again, Narelle Warcon from Mackay, Queensland, Australia. Thank you so much for joining us today. It is Wednesday, the 26th of March. Oh my gosh, where is the year going? Hello, Jean. Lovely to see you. Hello, Kiva. Thank you for popping on. I know that you have another meeting as well, so thank you for being here. Wow. Wow. I think I come on every week and I go, oh my goodness, what's happened this week? Well, we did have a little bit of a glitch in the system. And for those who have joined us before, we are sorry that the website was down for a few days. So our apologies. It's back up now. Hi, New Param. Thank you so much for joining. And please forgive me. I am no good. I am worse than Chris Johnson when it comes to names. Hello, Glenda. Lovely for you joining us. I hope that you are doing really well and that Jasmine is also doing well, coming in from South Australia. I'd like to say a big welcome to our LinkedIn followers, those who follow and watch the live from LinkedIn, and also those coming in from Narelle Warcon author. Thank you so much for joining us. Like I said, it's been another big week, and boy, are the weeks flying past. It seems like one day you're here and the next it's lifetime again. So Who, What, Where Wednesday with me, Narelle Warcon. Look, over the last few weeks, we've been sharing a lot. So today I wanted to make it more about let's rewind and refresh, because some of us are receiving the emails, downloaded the notes, and everything's like, oh my gosh, she needs to slow down a little bit just so that we can catch up. So I will go into that a little bit more about where you're at, where you're whether you've downloaded the notes, all those sorts of things. So Jean, you need to spell that one out for me so that I can say it in those broken, I forget what they're called. So let's rewind and refresh. So again, welcome everyone. I really appreciate you being here. For those coming in from overseas, whether it be America, Canada, India, Bangladesh, New Zealand, and here in Australia, which is where we call home. So like I said, it's been a big week, and I'm not going to say that again, but just for our weather over here as well, we've got a lot of our outback just absolutely swamped with water at the moment. It is just tragic in a sense. When you're out in the country or in the bush of Australia, it's dry. Okay, it's very dry out there. And the thing is, they do need rain. However, when it comes, sometimes it comes in such big amounts that it floods everywhere because it's quite flat out there, and it's quite yeah, so they need it, but they don't need it in a sense. So yeah, if you can just keep them in your prayers and keep them in your thoughts, because we just want to make sure that our country folk are looked after and not just left to be on their own out there, because it's very vast areas of water and flooding. So thank you once again for that. And forgive my little dry cough again. Okay, so let's get into it. So over the last 6 weeks, we've been on a journey, and we've been preparing for a strong online presence through Ready, Set, Go approach. Okay, now we can call it a program, approach, whatever you want to call it. The reason why I put this together for you guys is so that you had something to do as well while we're waiting. We can be preparing. And I want to come to that at the end about what is actually sort of happening. So let me go on with this. So whether you're launching a YouTube channel, and like I have gone over the weeks, you already have one. If you have a Google account, oh, thank you, Jean. I appreciate that too. I know that it can get a little bit overwhelming sometimes because we all have lives and we all got things happening. So, and I know you were away a week or so ago. So whether you're launching, whether you've got a YouTube channel, whether you're starting a Facebook page, remember that you probably have a personal Facebook. But sometimes when you want to make it about business, hi, Siraj, lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you. Or, whether you're expanding on social media, whether it's business, we've broken it down into easy, actionable steps. Okay, so I wanted to make it easy because when I first started, these are some of the steps that I did, that I had to create, that I had to learn. And sometimes it's easier, if you know me, you trust me, have a look at that, because in the beginning it can be overwhelming. And it can be like, where do I start? What do I do? Okay, so here's Narelle. She's put together Ready, Set, Go with notes, downloadable notes. If you want to have a look at that, and we had some great people adding their emails. All we need is your email. So all you need to do is to go to narellewarcon.com/Ready, Set, Go and pop your email in there, and you'll receive all those downloadable notes. And actually, I'd love to hear whether you like the page that it comes in on for those who are receiving that, and you should have received your email with the link to that. Please reach out if you put your name in and you haven't received that, because we can make sure that is going out. Like I said, there was a bit of a glitch with the website, so it all seems to be working great. Fantastic again, but if there was a little glitch and you didn't receive your email with the link, then please let us know. Just reach out. Hey, May, thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate you guys for your support. I really do. It takes a while to, build up to, getting people on and things like that. But so if you feel that way, that you want to share this out, maybe you've got somebody in your On Passive family, maybe you've got somebody who's just starting off in business and just needs a little bit of help with those social medias, or the steps up to and moving forward and being prepared. So let's rewind, refresh what we've covered so far and look ahead to what's next. So week 1, we covered online presence matters. So we started discussing why building an online platform is important. And we all know, whether you have a business, an online business, bricks and mortar, everything is online these days, okay? And remember that with our On Passive family or our business, you having that presence, and we know that Marty and Chris have spoken about that before. Get your YouTube ready, follow these steps, and you're going to be able to be that little bit more prepared than everybody else. Why put your energy into something that isn't preparing you for something great? Okay. If you're sitting around and thinking, oh, I don't really want to do this, I don't, it is easier to start now while you have time than later on and say, I wish I had of. Okay. So we started by discussing why we build an online presence, whether it's for personal branding. Remember I said about Facebook, it's better if you're going to be building a business or you have a business to keep it separated from your own personal stuff. Okay, this is what I do. Important. My kiddies, my granddaughter, they're all personal to me, and I've built my YouTube since 2000. I built my Facebook since 2012 and also my YouTube since 2012. So I like to keep them separated, and I think that's a great idea for you all. So your online presence helps you connect, engage, and grow your audience. We also introduced the Ready, Set, Go method as a roadmap to success. Okay, so it is a little roadmap. You can do it in your time, because not only do you have me talking about it each week, and here to answer any of your questions, you have those downloadable notes. Okay, so laying the foundation was in week 2. So you need to be ready with the right foundation. We covered defining your purpose. So why are you creating content? Why are you doing that? Who is your audience? We spoke about that. Define who you want to reach, okay? And what message you want to get out there, whether it's people sharing their foods, where they travel to, a little bit about your family. I don't like seeing a lot of family online, particularly children underage. I think it just, anyway, we'll go there another week. But, things about what you're doing in your life. You're going for a walk, you're at the beach, you're out in the country, you ride a horse, anything like that, okay, is defining what sort of purpose you're going to use it for. If you want it to be about your business, our business, then define that. Define what you really want to create and the content that you want to share there. Now, I understand, everybody's different, and not everybody will be like me, thank goodness. Hey, Raya, lovely to see you. You have your own unique way of getting your story out there. Like I said, we've done Shining the Light, the diamond within here on this platform, and given many a beautiful platform where they can take that. And if you haven't got it, reach out to me and I can send you the link so you can upload it to your own YouTube, your story. Okay. And this is where it all began. So, and again, while we're on that subject, I know I'm a little bit all over the place tonight. While I'm on that subject, remember, anywhere in the world, if you want to share your story and get ready prior to our company coming out to the world, or or just having something for your YouTube channel, reach out and we can do that. We can bring you on. Obviously, it has to be suitable time zone, but hey, we're here. So have a think about that and think, oh my gosh, that would be a fantastic idea. You don't have to share everything about your life, okay? It's just about who you are, where you came from, brothers, sisters, mother, father, what you did for work, maybe into our business on passive, maybe into what business you have done, and that's basically it. It's very easy. If you have watched previous ones before, which are all on my YouTube channel, if you go back and have a look, I've done New Zealand and PNG, Vanuatu, Cook Islands. There's a few of them there, and Australia as well. So go back and have a look at some of those and you will see the format of how it's done. So I'm always there. I'm always there to uplift you. It's not just about you getting on and talking and thinking, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? Anyway, besides that. Okay, so we spoke about choosing the right platforms. So YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, which is best for you. Okay, so some may use TikTok. I know Chris Johnson loves TikTok. I'm not a user of it personally myself, but just choose the platforms that suit you, where you feel comfortable. Okay. Branding basics. So we spoke about picking a name. Are you going to go in under your real name or your, Narelle Warcon? Are you going to use a logo, and the themes that represent you? So I'm an author. I wrote my book, Blonde Roots. I've had my, excuse me, I think I'm going to sneeze. Oh, sorry. I've had my YouTube channel since 2012 because of my book, because I'm an author, because I wanted to have a presence online to do with that. Okay, so that's what we looked at in week 2. Week 3 was about preparing. So when you're ready, it's time to get set for preparing, so preparing for initiation into what you've already learned. Okay, so remembering that you're setting up your profiles. Remember that we spoke about, banners, profile pictures, a professional shot of yourself, even if it's in your garden, even if it's against a blank wall, something that you can use so that it goes over all of these platforms. Okay, so choosing your topics, formats, and posting schedules. We spoke about that in week 3. Okay. And gathering the tools. So, equipment, software, apps. Okay. So, we spoke about, have you got a good camera? Have you got a good microphone? Now, these are unimportant to start with. Okay. But if I don't speak about them, we never improve. Okay. It's like icing a cake and just doing it one way all the time. Yeah, sorry, Gina was like, it was there. It just didn't come. Like icing a cake the same way every time for every birthday for your son or daughter. And it becomes quite, boring per se in the sense of how it looks. So when you're building your presence online, you have to identify as something. So topic, banner, everything there is for not just YouTube, but algorithms all over every social media. So what do you want to look like? What do you want to come across as? Like I said, it's not about having the best, but if we don't step out of that little, that'll do, then we never go for that little step further. Okay. So like I said, I started with just the camera off my laptop. I didn't have a lapel mic. I just used the microphone. But as I progressed, and also with my production manager, we organized so that I could step up a little bit more, so that when I come to you, hopefully I'm coming in at a reasonable rate of, so I'm not pixelated, or that my voice is clear. So, those things do matter. But in the beginning, it's just about getting you started, remember? So start with what you have. So week 4, we were ready to take action and create content. Now, creating content can be different for everybody. I create content as in what I'm going to speak about, how I speak. I'm a good speaker, or I think I am, and those sort of things. So, what sort of content works for you? Are you a speaker? Are you somebody who can put videos together? Are you somebody who wants to be creative but sit in the background? So it is about those sort of steps as well. So we spoke about tips for creating engaging videos and posts. Okay, and I know, yes, those videos are still coming. Like I said, with the website down and everything happening in the background, it's just pushed us back a little bit. Okay, but they are things that you can still do. You can still, excuse me, log into YouTube, have a look around there. You can still log into Canva and have a look at what's available there. You can have a look, start already this process. And then we can, once it becomes available as a little video, then you'll be able to step by step go through it. So I will be taking that very easy, very basic on how to, okay? Just so for those, it sort of has to cover you all, but we want to make sure that we're engaging from this basic platform first and stepping you into something that's available in better times, in those times when you want to engage more. So preparing is definitely important. Okay, so we talked a little bit about hashtags, captions, best practices, how to connect with your audience, as in comments, sharing, and messages. So thank you to each and every one of you who share out my live every week. I do appreciate that, because like I said, if we all come together collectively, we can do so much more. Singularly, I can't do really anything too much except come on here and do what I do, but collectively. So thank you, Jean. Thank you, Siraj, and anyone else who has shared out my information on both LinkedIn and my Narelle Warcon author page. Just sorry. Okay, so yeah, so what I want to do is go through the next part of it. So remember, comments, shares, and messages are really important. You can like and love, but it's nice to leave a little message as well. So okay, so week 5, we went into growing and engaging your audience. So remember, sending out information to your friends, asking them to come along, asking them to show support in liking or subscribing to your YouTube channel or any of your social medias. So that's a big one. So engaging audience, really, really huge if you want to have this as a part of your, ongoing business, as a part of your on passive business, getting prepared, being ready. These are easy steps, honestly. And like I said, we are going to actually do a little Q&A next week. So for those who have had a look, those who put in their email address and have got the information come out via email with the downloadable notes, okay, please have your questions ready, because I know there may be a few. And believe you me, there are never, ever any silly questions, okay, ever. So I like to do the Q&As around the information that I'm sending out to you, so that you don't get glitched and you don't go, oh no, it's too hard, I can't do this. Because we all do that, right? We get to a part in a little video on a how-to, and it's like, I got to watch this 16 times just to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. One of the things that I know that I had was trouble with in the beginning. Just so you know, this happens to me as well. When I was making my banner for YouTube, and you know what, didn't matter what size I tried in Canva and things like that, I had to actually go and watch a YouTube channel on how to put the banner together in the format that it needed to be, so that it actually showed up as a proper banner, and it looks amazing now. But it does take time, and like I said, I had to go back and rewatch and redo and all that sort of stuff. So don't be afraid that you have to go over things more than once. Okay, you're not going to watch it and all of a sudden, bingo bango, it's going to look perfect and beautiful. Okay, so social media algorithms, we spoke about that in week 5. How to get more reviews, how to get more views and reach more people. So one of the things we spoke about, remember, going to look at other groups that you're interested in, those that you resonate with. Go and support those people who are your friends, whether it's your family, whether it's on passive friends, whether it's friends from work, whether it's friends in life. Hey SK, how you going? That's a nice easy one. I like SK Shohag. Thank you for joining us this evening, this afternoon. So thank you. Keeping uniform consistency and branding. So remember, I spoke about, have something, if you can have a semi-professional shot. Like I said, it doesn't matter if it's in your garden, just a nice headshot. You don't need to be the whole body. People are just interested in, and they trust you if they feel, hi from Bangladesh. Thank you for joining in. They feel comfortable when they can see your eyes. Okay. So make sure that you're aware of that, and if you wear glasses, just be very aware of the reflection. Having the courage to ask others to engage can sometimes be a challenge. It absolutely can. And you can put this out on your social media platform. So it's not to anyone in particular. Okay. So when you're asking people, remember that if you come from a place of heart and love, you're not doing anything wrong. You're just asking them to support them. And would you support them? You're just asking them to support you. Would you support them if they asked you that question? That's where you have to sort of change things around a little bit, because I know with you, Jean, in particular, 100% you would go and support that person, as you do. Okay, so don't feel that it's uncomfortable to ask that same sort of question back. put it in your words. Hey, I need your help. Hey, I've started or I've had a YouTube for a little while, but I'd really love to see you over there. I would love your support, in your wording, okay, because that's what people resonate with you. That's what people like. You have a heart, you want to share, you're doing something. And yes, whether it's about on passive or not, Jean, people will support you. You're not asking them to do anything. It's not costing them a cent, right? It's costing them a couple of minutes of their time. Hi, Tito. Thank you for joining us. And if they can't do that, yeah, don't worry about it. We're not out there building massive, great, big YouTube channels here yet. Okay. Always like to put that at the end. We're just asking people that we know, if they don't mind, could they support our YouTube channel or support us on Facebook or our website or, any of the social medias. So it's a generalized question out there to people, whether or not, or if you have a link, like your link, Jean, for your YouTube could be used in any one of your posts on Facebook, because there will be that one person that goes, I really like what Jean shares. I'm going to pop on that link and it'll take them straight to your YouTube. It's as simple as that. You don't even have to ask, in a sense, or you can say, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Here's the link. That's all part of social media. It's all part of being prepared. It's all part of, that preparation in just getting yourself out there. You're all beautiful, you're all unique, you all deserve what's coming. So, okay, so week 6 is reviewing, adapting, and improving. So that was our last, and you may not have received 4, 5, and 6 yet. Like I said, with the website thingy, we're putting all these together, but you will have received 1, 2, and 3, which is enough for you to start. And we will be putting those new information and downloadable notes there this over the next few days. Okay. So be prepared for that. Go over the notes, check that you've done everything that you should have, and make sure that you're congruent with yourself. So you're being you. You've got your photo, you've got your logo, you've got your banner. You're congruent all over social media. Now, you don't have to be like that in your personal one. Okay, personal is do whatever you want, be whatever you want. But if you want people to follow, in a sense of following who you are or wanting to know more, then remember there's that business page. Thank you so much, Jean. I appreciate that. I try to be inspiring, and all I want to do is just help. Honestly, I come here each week because I know how difficult it can be in the beginning. And we're all just basically those who are coming on now, and maybe down in the future, if you're watching this, being prepared in anything in life is really important. It's not just about business here, but it's being who you are. What next steps do you need to take in life? What steps have you not taken because you're too scared? What steps are there to be taken, but you live in fear? There's so much around everything to do with online. It can become overwhelming. So the steps I have put together for you are to break that down a little bit so that you feel comfortable. I'm Narelle Warcon. I'm an Aussie. I want to be able to help you, but I want you to be able to feel comfortable so that you can ask the questions you need, so that you're not just stopping yourself. You're not just saying, I can't do this, or I don't understand her very well, which I don't know why, because I speak very good English. Anyway, so analyze, understanding numbers, see what works, experiment with content. Like I said, we went over this over the last few weeks about experimenting. Do a post, put it up on Facebook, see what people say, if people like it or love it or whatever. Do a little video, welcome video. Hi, I'm Narelle Warcon. I'm Joe Smith. I'm Gina Lever, and I just want to say hi. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to talk about this, and this on my YouTube channel, and here's the link if you'd like to go over and subscribe. It's very, very simple, and keep it simple, because the more you get into blah, 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 it just gets overwhelming. So again, we're trying to cut these shows down every week. So basically, I suppose it's sort of coming to the end of week 6. I thought it was best to come and review and do an overview of Rewind and Refresh so that you have it in your minds. Okay, this is what this is all about. Okay, so yeah. So we're just getting on to, so what's coming next? Well, we've got a couple of big topics coming up over the next few weeks, but only in a few weeks' time because I've got to do a lot of preparation for that. Okay, so what is next? Okay, and you need to ask yourself this question as well. What is next for you? Okay, we are here and we're supporting each other. Like I said earlier, collectively, we can make a difference in this world. Singularly, it's a little bit tougher. But we got so many beautiful family members here that we can together, create that what's next. Okay, are you thinking about that? Now, let me go over my notes. Like I said, we'll have a Q&A next week. So have a look at your downloadable notes. For those who haven't yet, put in your email to receive the downloadable notes. You can either send me your email and I'll add it in manually, or you can go to narellewarcon.com/ready, set, go. Once you've done that, then you will receive a welcome email and then you will receive the link for the downloadable notes. Important, okay? I'm doing this for you because these are the steps that I followed right back in the beginning, and steps where I had to learn and unlearn and learn and unlearn and all that stuff that you have to do. So, and taking out, and making it a little bit easier for you guys, because I know it's hard in the sense of the beginning. Once you get into the role of things, it starts to become a little bit easier. And it's not hard. It's just having those basic steps in front of you. So we've done all of that. And so now I'm going to go over to my website quickly. If you do have any questions, then I'm going to come back to the comments and chat. And also, we'll go to this first. I also have something else that I want to share with you, some news. So my website is narellewarcon.com. I am a published author. I wrote the story of my life having survived sexual, physical, and mental abuse. I wrote my book and thought I was going to run off and save the world or save other women, and found that it was actually me who needed to be saved. And I had to do a lot of healing and inner healing from years of different abuses and things like that. So if you would like to read my story, if you would like a signed copy here in Australia, you can buy now. That includes delivery here in Australia. You can also get a downloadable from Amazon. Amazon has also, you can get the first chapter free, sorry. But yeah, if you want to buy in Australia, that includes the delivery charge anywhere in Australia. If you want to buy from overseas and you would like a signed copy from myself, then please reach out to me, because that price for buy now is only in Australia, because the delivery fee for overseas is way more. Not that it's excessive, but I'm just saying, I've sent it to every country, and well, not every country, but a lot of countries in the world. So it has gone out there. And like I said, if you know somebody going through domestic violence or who's had trouble, hey, Roy, sorry, lovely to see you. If you know somebody who has gone through domestic violence, still stuck there, it's a hard time, okay? And they need support more than anything. Sometimes a book, reading somebody else's story, helps them to feel that they're not alone, okay? Helps them to feel that they're not going crazy, because sometimes you feel like you're stuck in this bubble of hurt and pain. So reach out if you'd like a copy sent to somebody else as well. And I can organize that. So all you have to do is reach out. So now, I do blogs usually every day. And I'll just go over to, you can contact me also, leave comments and things like that. So over to my blog, and I just want to read. So the content on there, basically the first one is what today's show is all about. And the second one in is about anybody who wants to reach out. Remember, share your story. So you can come on, share a part of your story. We can get that as, so you can download it to your YouTube channel, to your Facebook. This is how it starts, okay? The next one up is I want to be a sunflower or like a sunflower. Aren't they beautiful, sunflowers? Okay, I want to be like a sunflower so that even on the darkest days, I will stand tall and find the sunlight. And sometimes every time it's our choice, okay? It's our choice to choose that. I want to be like a sunflower so that even on the darkest days, I will stand tall and find the sunlight. Hey, Jeff, lovely to see you. Nice to come in there. So the others are basically one that I shared tonight at the beginning of this this live stream. The others is life is measured not by the number of breaths we take. I just shared this one recently because even though I've heard it, over the years, we all grow differently. We all learn things differently. Some things come up for us again and we start to realize, oh my gosh, there's a different meaning to it because we've grown. Okay. And we have all grown. Over the last few years, knowing all of you, we have grown into such amazing people. The family unity, the love, the caring, the sharing, the praying, everything like that is huge. So life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. Remember that. As we get older or as we're younger, we don't really think about that until we start to get a little bit older, and then we start to think, oh my goodness, there's so much in life I still want to do, or there's so much. I don't live with regret. Everything happened in my life for a reason. I understand that. I am just so happy and blessed to be where I am today, still in good health and moving forward. So I look at what makes my day special, and some days are harder than others, believe you me. But flowers are my go-to, and talking to my daughters and things like that, and my son. So everything is going to be all right. You must remember that. You have to approach this season with an open heart. So every season that comes, you need to approach it differently. You're growing, you're learning, you're stepping into that new season, so and the secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. So remember, stop living in the past, okay? You don't need to be living there anymore. Whatever happened has gone. You cannot go back and change it, even if you wanted to. Okay. And yes, it does have a lot to do with mindset. Okay. I know I listened this afternoon, Jean, to Andy Burks and Red, and, that what Red sort of spoke about, with the mindset and how to shift that. And you all sort of put in your part of, what you feel is sort of moving forward, that it just came together beautifully. For anybody out there who hasn't watched Andy Burks with Red Redfern and Jean, please go and have a look on I found it on Andy Burks YouTube. So please go and watch that. It is very beautiful. And again, it's an inspiring, uplifting, getting prepared. Everybody's sort of doing their little bit in preparing us to be, where we need to be. Okay. Now, nobody's saying you need to be where I am. I'm just saying I'm here to help. So if I can help in some small way, then I'm doing something, so, and again for yourselves. So we'll go off of the blog. Like I said, you can click on the content and go over to contact, and leave a message there. You can leave a message on any of my blogs there. If you enjoy, they inspire you, then share them out. I would really appreciate that. So I'm going to share one more thing quickly before I go over to the chat. And that is, today is the 3rd year anniversary for my Facebook group called OP Oz and New Zealand Oceanic Ambassadors. Now, this is a Facebook group, yes, mainly for on passive, but I do share a lot of my stuff in there, and I also share the live links, mainly to Marty and Chris, and also Reds. And there are other things that I share on there. Now, there are some people that are trying to put a lot of information on there, and I have to say that I don't let everything on there. This was a group organised for Australia and New Zealand, so that we had somewhere to come and share. So if you haven't already looked at that Facebook group, OP Australia and NZ, Oceanic Ambassadors, please pop over. It doesn't cost you anything. Just go over and like it for me. We are getting our hearts and heads ready for the next phase. We are. And I think we're maybe all in different stages, but we're all very similar in a lot of those stages as well. I know that Red spoke about, be amongst those people who are uplifting. Look at those people, that you are hanging around with. So anyway, back to this. So it's 3 years today. So I just wanted to share that with you. I really appreciate your support and love over there. It really is, just something that's really amazing. It's just good, and it's a nice platform to be able to share more about the business. And then I have my personal Facebook, and then I have Narelle Warcon author. So I do a lot of sharing over there on different little things as well. And I do inspiring posts and stuff like that. Try and keep you uplifted. So let's go over to the chat and let's have a look. So again, Jean, thank you for joining us. And Kiba, thank you. I know you had another meeting today. And Enianulu Perem, thank you so much. And I do apologise. Glenda, thank you so much from South Australia. Also, Kiba's coming in from Norway. And also, I missed this one. Kitrest, Kitaretso. Thank you so much for joining in. Lovely to see you. And you're from Norway as well. Thank you so much. You must be a friend of Kiba's. Saraj, thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you for everything you share. Mayink, thank you so much for joining in. And I think there was another MS Kalima. Thank you so much for joining us today. It really is amazing. The uplifting and the great info. Thank you, Jean. I try to be a bit uplifting. I don't want to just sit here and talk, so I do use my hands a little bit. That was Marty came on a couple of weeks ago and said I was the hardest working person in the company. I don't think so. I think he needs to look in the mirror for that one. Ray Sheb, thank you so much for joining us. Run through quickly. Sorry for anyone coming in from LinkedIn. Thank you so much again. And for all those who came in on Narelle Warcon author, appreciate it. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and ring the bell for notifications. It costs you nothing to subscribe. But it does help with algorithms and things like that. If you want to share it out there, share the information about what I do each week on Who, What, Where Wednesday. And if you want to still share your story, I am open to having you on to share your story as well. SK Shohag, thank you so much for joining in from Bangladesh. I really appreciate that. Titu Chandra, thank you so much, and for your support over on LinkedIn as well. Appreciate that. Like I said, if you subscribe to the channel and ring the bell and press all, then you'll get notification from when I go live every week. And I do plan on putting together these little videos. So if you want the information about what I've spoken about tonight is just an overview. But over the last 6 weeks, we have spoken about being prepared, getting ready, what can you do to be prepared? Then those notes are downloadable, excuse me, and are available at narellewarcon.com/ready, set, go. Pop your email in. Again, it costs you nothing, okay? These are informational notes that I want to share because I want to do something to help other people. And I know that not everybody has a YouTube channel or a platform where they can share out what's about to come, okay? So you need to be prepared for that. There is something you need to do, and that's to be prepared, okay? And this is a small area of how you can get that preparation. Roy Davies, thank you so much for joining us and for your support always as well. Jeffrey too, thank you so much for joining us from the Cook Islands, I believe. Oh, I can't remember, Jeff. I think that's right. Okay, so we're going to finish off now because, like I said, we're trying to bring these down to a reasonable time because I know there's people from all over the world coming in at all different times of the day. So my name's Narelle Warcon. I come to you on Wednesday nights, Who, What, Where Wednesday. We'll have another topic for next week. Like I said, reach out because there will be a small topic plus a Q&A. The Q&A will be about for those who may have started to set up their YouTube, may have started Canva and things like that. You can get the downloadable notes again, and I'll get that link up on the screen for you one more time, narellewarcon.com/ready, set, go. And have a look at them. And like I said, bring your questions next week so that we can go over them. We can help you make sure that each step you're following is going to get you ready. Okay, be prepared for what's coming. And what's coming is huge, so we do appreciate it. For anybody out there having a birthday, happy birthday. I had my daughter's birthday on the 23rd of March. My eldest daughter turned 31, so happy birthday to her. I've got my youngest and my granddaughter arriving next month for my younger sister's birthday, which is a special birthday. And for anybody who's needing prayers out there, and we know that there are lots, Chris Johnson has the list. I don't, but just make sure that you're sending prayers out there to the world and sending a heart of peace. There's a lot of war. There's a lot of misunderstandings, I suppose, between people. And it really is a difficult time. So we all need to band together collectively or stronger together. I love saying stronger together because we can't do this alone. Okay. And I think, again, Andy Burks or Red spoke about that. Forgive me for whichever one it was. But they said, that even for Ash, Ash doesn't do this all by himself. He has supportive people around him that uplift, inspire, encourage, and are there to support. So remember, if you can help somebody today, it doesn't have to cost anything. It can be a smile, open the door, carry their groceries to the car, do something to uplift somebody else, because what it does in turn is it makes your heart feel good, and it makes you feel good, and it makes you smile. So you can be encouraging for others and uplifting yourselves. So get out there and do it. And like I said, next week, let's come with some Q&As, and we will see you again. So hello, look out, Fonte Oliver. Oh my gosh. Oliver Fonte, hello. Thank you so much for joining in. We're just about to finish up, Oliver, but thank you so much. The recording's always there. And like I said, if you want to share it out to people, all we're doing here is bringing together a collaboration of what to do to be prepared. Okay. And if that means just putting together a few little things in the meantime, while you're waiting. And honestly, if you're just sitting there doing nothing, then nothing's going to change or nothing's going to happen. If we do little steps towards things, then a lot of things will change. So just let me follow my notes really quickly, and then we'll finish up. Being prepared, who's doing blah blah. Just one other thing before I go, just a little bit of a funny. I get a lot of ideas, and if I don't write them down, I forget them. Are you like that too? Do you find that the older you get, the more you have to write things down? It's probably a topic all by itself, but remember, you walked into the kitchen, but you can't remember exactly why you were in there. So just remember that writing things down when you're inspired, writing those content down, because you do forget. When you come back to it, it all comes flooding back as to what you were thinking about at that time. So do that. And like I said, thank you so much for popping in, Oliver. I do appreciate that. And we shall see you again next week on Who, What, Where Wednesday. Don't forget, Marty and Chris are coming up a little bit in a couple of hours. And have a nice day. Stay blessed. Love to you all. And see you next week. Bye.